Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with my first ever Girls Frontline 2 video, and this one comes off the back of a ton of community recommendations. When I was getting back into YouTube videos about a month ago, looking for a game to kind of sneak in here before summer and try out something new, this one was very heavily recommended. And you guys know me. You guys just know me well because Girls Frontline 2 is exactly the type of game that I want to play. Now, this is not a sponsor video. The developers for this game have reached out to me, and I'm working on maybe trying to get a sponsored video from them, but this is my own account. This is just me about 3 or 4 days into the game, sitting at account level 24, just seeing if this is something I would like. And yeah, spoiler alert, it is definitely something I would like. Tactical gameplay, love that. If you've watched my channel at all, you know those like the Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Visions, that was like the beginning of my YouTubing career. This game isn't like that, but you do move characters around on a map, do tactical combat, a lot to love there. Obviously, the character models in this game, big W. You control these dolls, and that's what I've like figured out about them. You have a lot, well, I mean, y'all saw that. There's a lot to like about these character models. There's clearly a target demographic audience that they're going for here that I feel like I probably fall into, you know, like 20 something to 50 something year old males who, you know, it's pretty stereotypical, but look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And one of the nice things about this game is you can customize the way these characters look. This is something I've enjoyed. So take Nemesis here, for example. Right now, guys, I kid you not, I have only played the game with characters the game gives you for free. I haven't pulled it all yet. My next video I'm going to make is going to be me pulling for literally the first time. I have 81 pulls saved up and 7,865 of the Collapse Piece premium currency. I've just been saving it for like one big pull video to see if I like do good on my newbie pulls and stuff. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be next. But I'm excited to get more of the characters. So far, I've had fun with the 1, 2, 3, 4 characters that I've really played with. I just picked up Vepley here. She's the highest rarity character that I have, but she's from like a newbie event. You complete some achievements, you get her. And then I have Colfine as well. So I have them, haven't really used them, been using these 4. And I pushed through quite a bit of the story. I think I'm like in chapter 4. I've had to level them a little bit. And that's been the point where I decided I was going to quit just using the handout stuff. And if I'm going to start investing my materials into this game, I'm assuming it's like other gacha games where, you know, you'll hit that like, hey, I probably shouldn't have leveled too many characters point. I'll hit that pretty soon. But back to the character design, it's really good. So if you look at a character like Nemesis, obviously the fan service is real. Heck, this game really leans into the fan service. You can like 3D, like zoom around these characters, look at whatever parts you like to, and that's cool. I think that's some people's cup of tea. I definitely like a good looking character myself. But one thing I really appreciate is this Galaxy Interpretation skin that you see on Nemesis here, clearly meant for all that. Then there's like this skin right here. If you didn't like the cape because it was getting too much in your way, just take the cape off. But you can also use a more like combat centered skin. And for a lot of these characters, I think I actually appreciate this version of the skin more. Like I get it. I get it. I am the target demographic, but I think I'm going to stick with the skin like that. And so in combat now, my Nemesis will look like that. I also really like, even though I haven't dove like super far into it, the guns. The weapons in this game are really customizable. I love that. There's skins for the weapons. You can see I haven't really unlocked very many of them yet, but you come in here, change them, I mean like drastically in some cases, change the way these weapons look, makes you think of games like shooters, right? The level of weapon customization in here, I'm not like a big Call of Duty guy or anything like that, but I always did like how, you know, you could customize all your different guns. The characters in this game use weapons, guns, because it's in the future, and you can customize them. I appreciate that. So there's a lot to like there. I do want to talk about the gameplay a little bit, and I'll actually go like play something really quick. There's a lot to digest this game. In fact, before I go into the gameplay, let me talk about, this isn't a negative about the game, but it is somewhere where I'm going to need some help from you guys. And like, I really do feel like I need some help here. I need good websites to visit for this game. I need good resources to visit to just kind of like wrap my mind around everything going on, because this game, does two things right off the start. One, it feeds you a whole bunch of like premium currency and polls. Love all that. Doing a poll video here in a minute. There's a lot to do, but my God, this game is the king of like, or queen, waifu game, queen, probably queen. It's the queen of like, there are notifications everywhere all the time. You get lost and like, look, right now in limited time events, I got a notification. In the refitting room, I got notifications. If you haven't seen the refitting room yet, well, wait, that's not what I thought it was. The dormitory, I probably have notifications in the dormitory where you just like come in here and you could just chill with like the people in their poses, hanging out. The watching them sleep is a little odd, I'm not gonna lie, but like you could change their poses, things like that. Neat, but there's notifications on top of notifications in this game, and it is a lot to digest as a new player. So one thing I would appreciate from some of you all out there who recommended this game to me, you send me some links, send me some things in the comments, point me in a direction, because right now, literally, I've only used the free characters, and I've really only been pushing through the campaign. Like I said, I'm just into chapter 4, and it's been really fun. I've loved the game, but I'm at the point now where I need to get a little bit more involved. Something that's really helped is this like basic combat, these things. So if you're not somebody who's played this game before, let me kind of show you what the combat looks like. Obviously this is going to be like a tutorial map, so you're not like looking at anything super fancy right here, but you can play through these, and like in addition to providing full cover, may also block line of fire. So like the terrain in this game matters a lot. This is something that War of the Visions, if you're like from my channel for a long time, never really took full advantage of. The terrain in this game does a lot of things. So see these like shield icons, you can get up on the things, and like you can also spin the maps, which is cool. You can get up on there and you see it'll provide you like cover. You're partially hidden from that guy. And so like if I move here, like let's take this character, let's move here, and if I shoot this guy, I'm peeking out around the cover and I'm hitting him. I'm also going to break his shield, so like he will lose his cover bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pop, pop, pop. I had a specific objective I was supposed to get here. I didn't read it. Oh, eliminate all the units in 3 turns. Fine. So then I can have this character run up to here where she will have cover from this dude chilling back here when he spawns on the next turn, but she's got clear line of sight on the current bad guy. Boom, run over there, pull out your gun, pop him. He's down. On to the next round. So I like how the terrain in this game plays an effect. Most of the maps, like the real story maps, there's like high terrain, low terrain, buildings, towers, all that stuff you kind of expect on this. Something that's really cool here is I can actually swap between like what characters I'm looking at. So right now I am on Colfine, but I could just swap over here and play Groza for a minute. I haven't mastered like moving around the map yet. The controls, I need to tweak the controls a little bit, but here you can just see this is how the combat in this game kind of works. Also, notice I'm playing at 3 times speed. The quality of life in this game, you immediately get 1 time speed, 2 times speed, and 3 times speed. Love that. You also get auto right off the start, and it has a rewind feature, sort of Convallaria has, which I think that's really cool as well. So like I could play through all this and finish it. I'm not going to, because this is a first impressions video. I'll come back and actually pay attention to what the game wanted me to learn on that stage here in a minute, but there's a lot to digest. So any tips, guides, websites, things like that you guys could point me to, I'd really appreciate it. Overall, I want to say this game was better than I expected. I came into this game thinking, hey, look, like, I don't know about like waifu games in general. I tend to steer away from them. This is clearly one of those, but I like that I can make my characters look more like combat oriented. I like the idea, like the role player part of me likes the idea of being like, hey, I'm like this commander on this like boat kind of thing. Not a boat, it's like a big boat vehicle. Play the game. You'll know what I'm talking about. The thing you ride around on, and you send these dolls out into combat in this like post-apocalyptic world. And so like these characters that you're customizing and summoning and sending out there are dolls, right? So you're sending out these robots to fight for you. I dig that. I like it. Now, will I follow the story the whole way through? It was pretty good early on, like setting all this world up. It definitely has a lot of dialogue. I've been using the skip button, Hoyo games. Skip buttons are really cool. Highly recommend them. I've been leaning into that a little bit to kind of skip what I consider extra dialogue, but the story's been engaging enough that I've still followed it mostly. I'm going to give this game a real shot. I especially hope I can work out some kind of like, the business side of me hopes to work out some kind of deal with like the development team or somebody, so I could maybe get some like sponsorship, something like that. But still, I will probably make videos for this game for a while, at least until summertime rolls around, and maybe another game I'm looking forward to comes out. So if you have not given Girls Frontline 2 a try, my first impressions of this game are tactical combat, cool looking waifus, customizable guns, skins. Why don't more games do skins? It seems like a free way to make money. I'm just saying, game developers, skins in games, good idea. I would do it. I think it's a good idea. So, lot to like here. Very much more than I expected. A little bit overwhelming, but generous early on. So let me know how the game plays out. Does it stay this generous the whole time? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to play this game for a while now. Thank you for watching. Poll video coming out like next. All right, see y'all later. Peace.